Public enemy number 1, Yuro. Hello there.
Hello, howdy there. I'm apparently public enemy number 1 right now, as you said. I wonder what happened. What a title.
So let's see what happened. You are public enemy number 1. We are having you in a Legend podcast, but you are a PC player. But we are having you here to speak with your experience of 7? I don't remember how many years.
Yeah, 7 years, 2015.
Okay, 7 years. So you played some Legends too on the console. I think that you are a PlayStation pleb. Please correct me.
Yeah, I tried with PlayStation back in 2018, just to test my waters, trying to get the feel of the game. But at the time, I was more about problem with the console. Playing with the controller and such. It just feel unnatural, and I just been put off by that. So I put it down, and then a year later, I don't touch Legends on 2019. Then in 2020, I pick up an Xbox and got started again.
Xbox.
Yeah. I switched.
So you joined the green side.
I joined the green side after ditching the blue because the Xbox. Yeah, I mean, it's just a little closer to the PC, and some of my friends like Juice, he's playing on Xbox, so that's why he's picking me up on Xbox.
So Juice is the guy that Juice the Goose.
Yeah, Juice the Goose.
CC from the Juice the Goose from the Legends CC.
Yeah, he's the one.
Okay, so you are on the Legends side and you are playing some games. I remember that the first video that you posted was the Atlanta. How you felt about that time? Recording the videos, playing the games with the Atlanta. I mean, if correct me if I'm not wrong, but before we stayed on the Legend side, let's start with the things. It's the year 2015 on your desktop, a proper PC that plays some things. Puff, the Warship PC, does the thing and games online. So it is a free to play game and you are joining. Tell us about that. What was it?
So back in 2015, I know World of Warships from my friend. He said that, hey, check out this new wargaming title. It's still on beta. So there you got it. There I got it. I played the Legends in open beta days. Played once and played forever until now. I'm always a bit of a warship nerds back then. I mean, I love ships. I love ships with guns, and this World of Warships just fits me at the time. Like there was no other game that really satisfied me. Back in 2015, I'm still at my university. Don't have much to do because I'm about to graduate. But this game just clicks, just hooks on me. And that is, I still remember the time when I'm really, really excited to go back to my home and play this thing. It's a very different game back then. And I'm not gonna deny that World of Warships today, can I say it right now? How it compares back then and right now? Let's say it gets a bit stale. The PC version, stale.
Yeah, saturated, stale. That's the main things that you hear from big players. When I say big players, I mean players that they are famous across the community. It's not something to do with stats. It's something to do with the publicity. I mean, there are good players that they don't make videos and they don't have so many influence in the community, but with you, things were exploited. And let me say why. Things exploded because your videos were unique at the time. I mean, it's something between a meme, a useful guide, and sarcastic comments together. All that right up in a video that has a lot of edit, a lot of effort, and a lot of how can I say, not free time to spend. Of love, because producing something, be a creator, a content creator. Let's make a content creator. You have to give some love. You have to give some piece of yourself, of your inner soul, to the machine and produce something good. So tell us about that. How you took the decision to make that kind of videos And what was your first video? I know.
Okay, so the story when I make my first video, I think it was the Hidden Book, the Battleship Hidden Book, the first Vantage. Yeah, it was inspired by compilation, YouTube compilation, game compilation, funny compilation, and it just inspires me to how about I make similar things but with World of Warships. I mean, back then I have Shadowplay and video Shadowplay recording all the time, so I have footages. I also study video editing during my uni, so I have experience on that too. Basically, I have all the tools I needed to start making contents for this video. For this game.
Excellent.
And I just did it. Okay, it's free. It costs nothing. I don't have to put much effort at the time. I think this was just at the time it was just a side hobby. Let's just upload a video and post it on Reddit, see what happens. And yeah, it just exploded like that. That first Hindenburg video, and then that gets me it gets me going also from that, because people are genuinely interested with this kind of video. And then I tried the other format, the how-to format. I took that inspiration from Sleep Anthem. I'm not sure, you remember the guy? He's not that active anymore. He's more about streaming now. But took inspiration from the guy and applied to my World of Warships, and that also it's an even bigger boom because I featured the Atlanta, and apparently back then the concept of camping island is such an alien thing. How could you possibly talk of that? That's kind of the impression people give to me when people watch the video. You could do that. You could camp island. That's just like blasphemous. It's just ridiculous for today's standard. But back then, people are like kind of innocent, kind of clueless about the game. But at the same time, that same game is also not that simple. Lots of things that were hidden. But I took the opportunity to go my channel and post continuously uploads, and that keeps it going.
Tell us the number of the subscribers that in your maximum career on the World of Warships.
Currently sitting at 141,000. Back in 2020, I reached 100,000. So that's about 40,000 increase in 2 years, which is okay. I'm not aiming for growth. So ever since my first upload, I'm just doing it for fun. And ever since I had 100,000 subscriber and got my YouTube plaque, the sign that you have, the sign that you have made it in YouTube.
You made it in YouTube.
You are popular now, and at that point, I think it's enough. I am not really that type of YouTube that really hungry for contents like weekly uploads. Bi-weekly uploads even. I'm not that kind of
You are focusing on the quality and not on the quantity. Sometimes quantity has some quality inside, but I can see that you can forget your YouTube password sometimes, post in 1 or 2 months, but it is worth it. You're the guy that makes the video, that wants to be properly edited and wants to be perfect as the first time. So I can understand that. By the way, why we're speaking about the YouTube at the moment. A lot of people back then in the World of Warships PC were streaming, were producing content daily and all that stuff, but we see no stream on your side. And the reason that I read on the forums is that you had some crappy internet, so you can even go online with lags and all that stuff. So you abandon the idea of streaming, because some famous fellows of you like Flamu, Flambas, they were streaming all the time. So the Yuro side of you wasn't streaming and was only creating the fun dance moments and the videos. So was it really the internet, or it was the inner side of you that was kind of skeptical about going live, because going live you are exposing yourself and to something bigger and something that many people don't agree with that.
Yeah, the internet. So I think this is something that everyone must know about my internet, and I'm just gonna tell you straight ahead that yes, my internet is not decent. I get so many drops when I'm playing the game, so many ping spike, and so streaming and anything live is out of the question. I cannot do it. If I really want to do it, it's gonna take lots of effort, and given what I've already done, it's not gonna be worth it. So I'm just gonna again tell everybody that my internet is really bad for this game. I play with 100 to 200 millisecond ping, and yeah, I've been doing that for like years, like since the beginning, since I play. I always have a disadvantage in internet because of that, of my location, of my third world country that doesn't actually have a good infrastructure here, and I have to deal with that. I have to deal with delayed shots. I have to deal with delayed reactions in game, and it's kind of hard to accommodate that, given that you need some good clips, and that good clips is ruined by the internet not responding to my input. Like the missed torpedo bits, the torpedo that I did hit. Those things that you don't see. I have to cut lots of it just because my internet is just not up to the job, and I'm disappointed. But yet again, what can I do?
Yeah, what can I do? You've done everything you can from your side, but it's not responding. So okay, so let's back to the PC game, and let's go to the year 2018. And to note this, because the PC guys maybe don't know about a lot about console, when Legends fire up the main game, the World of Warships Legends, there was no CV class in the release. There was only battleships, destroyers, and cruisers. So
I remember that time.
Keep that in mind, that when a lot of people were frustrating on the PC side about the CVs, same time the console was releasing a game without the CVs, and it was a safe environment from a lot of people from the PC side to join. So it's the time that me and some other friends are joining with private invites from the World Gaming to join an alpha test and start testing things around the game. So I have no idea, personally, I have no idea about World of Warships PC side. I don't know nothing about mechanics. I don't know nothing about the game. I'm just a pleb playing World of Tanks console a lot with friends and all that stuff, and I'm joining the ship side now to test some things. So when I start to test the World of Warships console game, I had to view some videos from the PC side to learn some mechanics and to learn some things about the game, because when we were on the alpha test, a lot of people from the PC were killing us like in a minute. Yeah. So it was starting the competitive side of me start growing, and I wanted to learn more and more about the mechanics and what's going under the game, under the hood, what are the secret mechanics that they are having in themselves. So I start exploring all the videos from the PC side and all the stuff. So tell us about the PC side, 2018, that the CV rework and all that stuff that happened from your side, from your eyes.
Okay. Yeah, so a bit of a prologue back in 2017. Yeah, before the CV rework, I took a small break basically from the game, like really months of break, and I returned with a new video featuring the rework CV. So that's just the appetizer on the whole thing. And I hate to admit, but the new carrier, the CV rework back in 2018, is technically a big improvement over the previous one, the RTS CV. Because I mean, I understand what is Wargaming thinking about why they rework the CV is because the RTS system is too complex and not a lot of people actually played it. So CV population back then, before the rework, was a lot lower than after rework. And that's really not because of the rework. That's really the population. There are not a lot of CV, so you don't see much CV in the game. And it wasn't a problem, no CV, no problem. And after rework, people started playing CV. They excited with the new things, like we have submarines in this year. People like new things. I mean, back then it's just flooded with CV, and we get good ones, we get bad ones. But either way, it's still the same problem. CV just completely negates your tactical advantages, and it's still the same sentiment. CV doesn't belong in this game. No matter what you're gonna do with it, no matter how weak they are, no matter how useless. You see. Have you heard of the support CV that was leaked a few months ago?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So basically, a subclass, a split to the CV line where all you can do is just support your allies, like dropping smoke screen, and I forgot what else. It may be fighters, and even that was despised upon because they are still carriers, and you can do anything you want to a carriers, and they will be hated no matter what until they're dead.
Yeah.
Until they're dead. so yeah, I personally have no problems. I'm just gonna say this openly. I have no problems with carriers because I play carriers as well. I mean, I face carriers. I know how to counter them. I know that I cannot counter them at times. I know that I can kill them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just part of the game.
Yeah, it's part of the game.
It's part of the game, and just my thoughts on the whole World of Warships PC. I think Legends as well. I mean, it's part of the game. It's just a game, so be it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not. Yeah.
You can do anything about that. You have to enjoy the game, so you have to find a way to enjoy the game. So yeah, that's how.
I hate to say that. I hate to say to people that you have to find ways to enjoy the game, and suddenly someone came up with a solution to just play carriers, just play submarines. They're different. That kind of like shaken the mood up. I mean, not shaken. I mean, they kind of disturb the mood when people that genuinely wants to enjoy the game. I mean, but I mean, what can I say? I mean, we have carriers we have to rework carriers for 4 years.
4 years.
4 years now, and even with all the outcry of people saying that this class doesn't belong back in 2018, you still have it today. I mean, what happens there? I mean, not enough people crying, not enough people quitting, I guess. Does the game dies because of carriers?
No,
don't think so.
I don't think so. Yeah, that's my opinion.
Yeah.
Also in Legends, the game has to move on.
Game has moved on, and people just overreacting as usual. I mean, Wargaming knows that. All the big community people knows that, even though they don't want to admit it, because they're community people. They represent the community, and somehow they have to keep to filter out what they can allow and ignore from people.
Yeah, exactly. So let's keep it up on the same pace and make a parallel universe on the Legend side. So the game is releasing around April. Don't remember exactly, but it is releasing on the 2018. So it's releasing with battleships, destroyers, and cruisers. So a lot of people from the PC side just move on to the console side, just to enjoy some games without carriers, and
without carriers.
Yeah, and all that stuff is starting to grow. On the forums, on the Discord, and all that stuff, you can see some PC veterans, you can see some PC players from the PC say, "Oh my god, this is wonderful, it is a perfect game, there is no carriers, there is no this.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it started growing something inside the Legends community. And what I'm saying is from my eyes only, and what I was reading, and is my personal view. I don't know if any other people had some other views, but it is the time that the game starting to grow and having some support from the from the PC veterans that they are coming over to console. So at the moment, when the game started, the cruisers had no fun in the Legend side because it was a class that was clapped every minute from the battleships from everywhere because they had no heal, they had some micro balance issues, and to be honest, the console people didn't know how to play the game because it was something new and they had to learn the gimmicks and the mechanisms from the PC because no one was revealing what's going under the game mechanics and all that stuff. There was no how to. We were watching videos from the PC side to understand what was going on the on the console side. Yeah, we had no. Yeah, we had no armor viewer. We had no stats. I mean, it was something blind. But still, people were enjoying the game. It was a good game, and destroyers and battleships were the kings on the seas in that part of the game. And then things started to grow. Some micro balances issues. Wargaming react fast, gave the cruisers some heals and all that stuff. So they tried to make the cruisers more appealing. And we are now in 2022 that we have carriers and we have the meta class that is the cruisers. That they are so powerful that nobody wants to admit it, but they are all playing cruisers. They spam HG and they hug the islands and all that stuff. And to remember you, the first campaign on the Legend side was the Atlanta. Okay. Yeah. So it was remember the first premium ship that people can grab from the campaign was the Atlanta. It was the era that the destroyers were moving with tremendous concealments, so it was extreme numbers even from the PC side. The concealment on the DDs were extreme on the console side, so solutions had to be needed to find. So the first campaign ship was Atlanta, and then it started all. I mean, some toxicity started to grow from people that they played the Atlanta as an island hanger, and they were hiding under the island and all that stuff. You know how it goes. And it was a great era, but then I'm gonna say it started to bring people crying about CVs, that it is the era of the CVs, it is the time of the CVs to come to the console, it is the time of the blah 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 and all that stuff. So the CV games, now we have not the problems on the PC side, but now the game started to grow and have some complicity. But yet, I have to admit that the console players are not the educated players, are not the players that will give the best feedback like the PC players. And I think that we can understand that. Imagine a console player that he fire ups the console, he goes to his couch, he takes the control up and start playing. All he needs is 1, 2, 3, 4 good hours just to play the game and to have some fun. But in the PC side, there is the competitive scheme. So you can tell us about the competitive side and the stat shaming and that toxicity that grows up when you keep stalking the stats and I'm gonna say how people perform on the game, so you can send them up in the forums and create something.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this with random battle as a baseline. I don't play clan war or play anything competitive beyond random, like clan wars. Yeah, I don't delve into that because that's not my expertise. But I'm gonna say that in random battle, people tend to be like that because, unfortunately, the game rewards being toxic and selfish play. Unfortunately, so when people started to think about having good stats, great win rate, great damage, great EXP,
the unicorns.
Unicorns. They will start to attack anyone that is on their path. Basically, people that have zero idea about the game, new player that doesn't know how to their ship plays. Sometimes that even good players don't get lucky, and they also get strike for that. You mean you show broadside, you die, and some unicorn said you bad, whatever, salty. I mean, because they really are so focused on being good themselves, then that's not really their fault. It's really the game's fault for basically cultivating such gameplay, selfish gameplay to get faster grind, more money, everything,
XP.
Yeah,
it's all about.
And that also like stretches to ship class basically. I mean carriers. This is I think an important example. When we talk about carriers population, CV population, of all three servers in World of Warships, we have Asia, we have EU, we have America. I'm not sure if Russian counts anymore right now. So the only server where CV class is significantly higher in population is Asia, because they are the most powerful class but in the game. Basically, you have control, you have firepower, you can strike without getting punished. That's the meme with carrier players, and because that's the easiest way to do good, and they just kept doing it. Same thing like how you see certain division playing the same ships, like playing the Des Moines. That's a really good ship, by the way, the Des Moines. And there's just this kind of what can I say, meta? How do you say meta? Meta.
It's called meta, and the act of playing and raising your stat, it's called stat padding.
Stat padding and such, it's just unfortunate the nature of the game too. I cannot have anything to say about that. All I can say is that RNG is still the biggest filter in this game. Like it or not, RNG it is. You could be the greatest player in the game and still get shit by a carrier. I'm not sure if that's good. And also, among other things, I mean, toxicity is it just cannot be avoided. It's nature in online games, I think, and this just stretches to random battle, which doesn't really have anything competitive in the titles.
It is random.
Which is kind of funny. I mean, which is kind of funny because when you're playing random battle, you click random battle, you kind of expect people to be random.
Exactly.
I mean, if you want competitive, why don't just play clan war?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You said it all. You said it all in that last sentence. If you want to play random with random people, you join a random battles. If you want something competitive, you just join Clan Wars, Series of Kings, or whatever tournament it is, and you just play and sweat the pads, the keyboards, whatever you like to sweat, the mousepad, whatever you like to sweat. Do it and expose yourself and show to other people how really good you become at the game. So that's my main thoughts and vision on the games. That's why I will come to the Legend sides. That's why we are completing 3 years Legends, and unfortunately we have no clans. Nothing from the World Gaming. It was just an announcement that clans will become in the future, but still the clans go behind the log. And people were crying, people were demanding to have clan wars and all the stuff, because there are people that are on the competitive side of the game and they want to show it. So I can understand them. And also remember that clans are part of socializing and connected with people and making friends and all that stuff. But the biggest thing is the competitive side, which at the moment the console side has nothing on the competitive scene. I mean, there are no stats. You can only see your stats. You can only see how good you perform, and there is nothing to measure around it about how good you are. There's nothing, no equation, no formula, some numbers only, just to count how good you are. So it's the main problem on the legend sides at the moment, to find a mode where people want to be competitive. And wargaming came with the ranked battles, probably same as the PC side, the ranked battles, battles with specific tiers and specific classes, where people avoiding playing in divisions or in numbers, and they play against them all. But I think that still in the console side, wargaming needs some improvement on that thing, and they are trying a lot to find the golden ratio on that side, on the different modes. So anyway, I think that we said a lot on the PC side and the legend side.
Yeah, it's the consoles.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here, right? Okay.
Yeah. So let's say why we are here. We are here to speak about legends. So the big issues, and you have to say what is your experience and what is your taste on the legends. We closed the 3 years on the console. We have all the classes import in the game. We have the CVs, we have the cruisers, we have some good names from the PC. I mean, Des Moines, we have Minotaur, we have Yamato. At the moment, the latest campaign that we're speaking now is the Musashi. This came out to people, and also Legends make a big step and introduce a tier 8. So now we are going in tier 8, and we have from tier 1 to tier 7, and now we have a tier 8 plus one tier that is the extra tier. It's the legendary tier, which comes from the marketing of the Warships Legends. So to give the PC people some taste, Yamato is a legendary tier, is far from tier 8, and Musashi at the moment is a tier 8. So two ships that have similar stats and armors are separated by one tier. So how do you think wargaming is doing in 3 years like this? Do you think they are in the correct form? How is your experience commenting on that?
I've played Legends quite, I wouldn't say often. I mean, occasionally. I don't play it like regularly because I have other things and mostly PC stuff. But overall, from my first ever play on Legends back in 2018 and then a revisit at 2020, I would still pick Legends as the better World of Warships game. You know what I mean? So basically, if I player, I mean, I'm interested in naval warships. I'm interested in history. And I have these two titles, World of Warships Legends and World of Warships PC. I would start with the Legends.
Oh, why?
I mean, even if people saying that PC is a lot more content, I would still take them to Legends first. Simply because, in my opinion, Legends is a lot more proper, gameplay wise. It's a better warships games than PC. Not because not because it has not much gimmicks in PC, but because it's a lot more laid back. In Legends, you don't have to deal with complexity such as captain retraining. You don't have to deal with so many gimmicks. You don't have to deal with other complex mechanics that Legends doesn't have yet. It's still going. Yeah, it's still going. It's still being updated by Wargaming. Eventually, you're gonna see that they're gonna add PC stuff like the tier 8s, and recently they added CV rework, and eventually they're gonna add submarine. And I'm pretty sure that time is gonna come. But either way, even with all those things considered, Legends is a better game because it has no frills. You don't have to think so hard about winning. You just play, no matter what class. I can do well in Legends. Yeah, I can do well and actually have fun because the ships that I'm playing, even though it's unbalanced against the ship that other teams are playing, I still feel like it's rewarded properly. I think that's the word. It's rewarded properly. I think the XP earning and the grind in Legends is also faster.
I mean, you can go to tier 7 in, I'm gonna say, if you use the bonuses that give to new players from breeding the classes, you can really have a tier 7 in 1 week. If you play in 1 week.
Yeah, tier 6 is a good tier to play. Atlanta is tier 6 and it makes a lot of credits in tier 6. You don't have to deal with the legendary ships, and it's a really good time in tier 6. There is a good tier in Legends.
I mean,
there is no such thing in PC.
Yeah.
Because in PC usually it's tier 9 because tier 9 only has to deal with tier 10, but now tier 9 has to deal with super ships, and they're not special anymore. Yeah. But in Legends is a lot better because you can have a comfort tier.
Exactly.
A comfort place.
If you are good, I mean, even if you are not good and you are a new player, you can play in tier 5 and enjoy yourself and perform good, make some money, green some stuff, earn things, go further with your campaign, and finish it in time. But if you are good in tier 6, you can perform extraordinary. You can earn tons of money if you are using premium, and you can green ships and classes very, very, very fast. At the moment, with the addition of the tier 8, tier 6 is going one tier down, but it's still a good tier to earn money and to produce content, if you like. I mean, you can see that. And also, I saw your video with the ending. How was the feeling of having that ship in your controls?
Oh yeah, the Edinburgh is basically brain explode. Basically that moment of me. mind blown thing is, apparently it has 30mm plating in Legends for some reason.
Yeah.
I had to try it, and immediately it gets me hooked, and it's straightforward, works. It just works basically, and that's one thing that I love in Legends. They have no regard in balancing whatsoever, because I heard the Colbert also has 30mm of armor, the one that, and they just did it because they think such ships need it, because they expect people that play it gonna explode easily, so they have to give them some armor to compensate. And I'm perfectly fine with that, because these ships, they only played by a few people that are a bit crazy. When you can kind of see people that play certain ship, and you can kind of see what kind of players they are. Those who play Colberts and Atlanta, you can kind of see it. And when I make that Edinburgh video, I want to be that guy in Legends. I'm just gonna charge a battleship head on. He did 0 damage. I'm gonna rush it. I'm gonna torpedo him, and he just the hell. and Yeah, I love things like that. I love unbalances like that.
Yeah.
You know, unbalances that that changes your play style.
Yeah, and makes you feel
essentially.
makes you feel good. Special. It's called special.
It's the satisfying kind.
Yeah. That's why Legends had the vast majority of population, especially in the era of the COVID. COVID era was on the quarantine time, let's say. It was when people were on quarantine because of the COVID. You know, all people were inside their houses and their home, and they were playing. So Legends got big population and became more famous on that side of the era. So a lot of people joined the game, but they were new. Don't know how to play the game, and they were apparently throwing games one after another. So it was a portion of the community that were not satisfying with the player base, but it is the same on all multiplayer games, and especially in the free-to-play games, that you're gonna have the player base that is not well educated, and you're gonna have the few players that they know how to play and how to lead the game. So, but it is the small portion that is that. But anyway, that happens in all games, so I don't mind. So we talk about the Legends, and we talk about the things on the Legends side, and your opinion. I think that Legends at the moment, with the tier 8 and with the legendary tiers and all the stuff that it is releasing, it is on a good pace and in a good mood, and it really keeps the player going. But I think also that we are in a bit of a stale, bit that a lot of veteran players don't play the game anymore. They left the game, they are taking some times without playing the game, and I think that it is happening to all the games. I mean, all the people need some quiet of their favorite game, and they need some peace of mind. Still Fallen and engaging from 2015?
I'm pretty sure yes, it's still fun and engaging since back then, but it's not the same way. It doesn't feel the same, you know. Because people, when they quit, it's usually because they have things to do, they don't like changes, and you know, they're just tired of playing the same thing over and over. And whenever there is a new update, there is always a spike in players. I think World of Warships PC have a bigger spike back in when COVID started. I think when the COVID is on the second year, I think it's February 2021.
Yeah, from
I think
19 to 21.
It has such a big spike. I'm not sure what happened there, but it kind of proves that even with all these years of carriers and general disdain from what people have been saying, people still play the game because they finally have the time. We have new players and everything, etc. And I'm pretty sure Wargaming is fully aware of it. They know that regardless of all the problems the game has, submarines, carriers, list goes on. As long as they keep updating the game, people will come.
Yeah. As long as they keep bringing content and updating, and I'm gonna say it's a word that I like. Polishing the game, polishing. When they polish the game,
polish the game more by adding submarines. I mean, we just had an announcement that there will be a new submarine line, the British submarine line, and that's gonna create another hellfire in forums on why Wargaming, why are you adding submarines to the game? I mean, people always say that. People always say that whenever Wargaming adds something, a ship that is controversial, people will go and outcry. People will bash Wargaming. But then again, Wargaming knows their audience. They know that the people that are actually playing the game, they don't care about your feelings towards certain class. If they add ships, no matter what it is, they're gonna play it, and that's gonna keep increasing the player base. I mean, we still see submarines here and there, even though people say they are annoying and they're weak. We still see them because you don't know what kind of people playing submarines. It could be a history buff. It could be someone that truly knows how to play it. It could be someone like me that just wanted something else, something different to play. I make the submarine video just exactly for exactly that reason, because I'm curious.
I'm curious. I want to create content. I want
to create content too.
Yeah. It is great content. So you have to grab the opportunity, read that class, and see the negatives and the positives and your console playing and games. Will you still make new content on the console side?
I'm considering a few options on consoles to make a video of, but I'm still not sure what kind of things I want to commit yet. I have tons of recordings of many ships and many tiers. Not all, but just a few that I like playing. But so far, I still haven't got an itch on what kind of videos I will be making. Lastly, I made Legends Edinburgh War, and that was fun because the ship was different. But the next one, I'm not so sure on what kind of Legends video I want to play. I want to make. Some ships are interesting, like the Cleveland. It's kind of powerful. I think the Cleveland. I think it's better than the Worcester in Legends. But
it is a hair-slinger.
It's a lot of fun. I mean, it makes a lot of damage, but it's not the HE spammer. I mean, it's a good ship, but I'm not sure if I could make a video out of it that people don't already know. So yeah, I'm still like switching ideas. Still feeding my ideas.
Do you want to switch on the CC side? I mean, be a CC on the Legend side? I mean, to take advantage of the CC program? Do you think that
about that, I'm not sure. I don't think I need it right now because I'm not in that urgency to be a CC anymore. I mean, understandably, from wargaming side, they're gonna ask why are you coming back as a CC? Even though I've never been in Legend CC, because I'm just gonna be reasonable here. Given my past history, I don't want problems with them. I'm just gonna keep making as I usually do. I mean, I'm doing fine without being a CC anyway because I upload so infrequently. So it doesn't matter if they give me new ships, if they give me new contents to enjoy, because I won't be able to make any contents out of it because it's just my hobby. I mean, I don't do much. Yeah.
You mentioned the content and the CC stats. A lot of fun. Let's go back to the drama that people were asking about it and say about the PC Exodus and all that stuff. But before we hit the part of the inevitable part that people ask about it, let's go back to the Legend side and reply to some community questions from the podcast server. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then we can go to the drama, to the extra drama. Okay, let's see about the community. What community of the Legends say about you? Let's start with Mr. Fighter. After dealing with stuff over on World of Warships, over on PC, and sees you playing Legends a bit, which one do you think is better? I think that question is already answered in your previous statements, but you can say a few things about it.
To make it easy, I'm gonna say this. Assuming you are a new player that still hasn't got any knowledge of both games, I would say Legends is the better game. However, if you are quite a serious player already, quite a serious player like in both games, you have your hands on both games, and then you want to decide which kind of World of Warships you want to stick on. I would say PC, because PC, you cannot argue that it has more contents, it has more depth, it has more competitive quote-unquote environment where Legends has not. So yeah, among other things, so if you're looking for a more serious side of World of Warships, then go to the PC. But if you're looking for a much more leisure, a much more casual, I don't want to use the word casual. I mean, what is it the people that use? What is the kind of word that people use for games that are normal? You know, so the standard kind of game, I would say Legends. It's a better pick.
Okay. From 150 BPM for life, since Legends and PC have differences in pacing, spawns, time, etc., what do you feel is the best way to approach Legends gameplay in general? Are positions like far left, right, Iceland on crash zone viable or waste of effort, for example? So if I'm understanding very well, it says that are positions like the far left and right islands on crash zone viable or a waste of effort? So he's talking about the crash zone map.
I remember that one.
Yeah. So if the far left and right island on the crash zone are viable, do you think that is viable or it is waste of time?
Did he state what ship he's using?
No. He stated that since Legends and PC have difference in pacing and spawns time, etc., what do you feel is the best? I mean, Legends is a fast-paced game with CQB content. I mean, you are joining, the spawns are closer together and things are kind of hard. So if you think on the crash zone viable or a waste of time?
I'm gonna say that even with the spawn and time and pace taken into consideration, flanking spots like that, it's much better if you use fast ships. Basically, the faster the ships, the more earlier you get to those flanks, and you could catch the enemy ships before they reach into your same spot. So basically, if you win the flanks, if you win the far right, if you win the far left, no matter what ship you're in, as long as you got there before the enemy, you're gonna win that flank. Yeah, so if you're a destroyer, you could like get there ASAP and drop torpedoes. If you are a cruiser, you could get there ASAP and then turn back, because now the enemy has to chase you. And if you're a battleship, you can kind of do the same thing, but with a much more caution, because you couldn't really get away. And after you reach that point, it's kind of depend on the team. If they manage to kill a ship or two, you can push. If they didn't, if your friendly teammates aren't there, then you gotta turn back. That's kind of the same thing with PC as well, just a bit slower.
Okay, I think that we answered that question as well. Another one from Rockstabber. One of the staples of your videos is the Yuro bit. How did you come up with that idea to make torpedoes more interesting?
Okay, so the torpedo bit things started way before I was playing this game. You know, I'm a big fan of electro music. I'm a big fan of Initial D, the anime, the manga as well. And they feature a lot of Yuro tracks that I really love. And for some reason, when I get to touch this game, you know, back in 2015, I'm not sure what's coming to my mind, but whenever I dodge torpedoes, it kind of reminds me back on, you know, the Initial D thing where they drift, because the movement kind of similar. You know, the car is drifting, the ship is also drifting, but
similar things, yeah.
Similar things, yeah. But I don't know. Some of my mind thinks that torpedoes and guardrails are the same thing. It's crazy, you know. It's crazy. It's like ridiculous. But back then, 7 years ago, that was the first thing that came in mind. So I just tried to put Eurobit in in clips of me dodging torpedoes, and somehow that works.
I'm gonna take it.
Somehow that works. Yeah, this is. I think it's becoming an internet culture. I think I saw a page on the meme pages. I forgot which one. I think it was TV Tropes. So there is someone making an entry on it about torpedo bits. So it's a legit thing. It was a phenomenon. I think people are still like wanna see me doing that. Wanna see more torpedo bits, but at this time of age, in this current meta of PC water warships, getting torpedoes to be close to your ship as possible is getting harder.
Yeah.
So many things. So many things to consider.
Okay, let's move on to the next from D Reeves. Why do you like ship-related games? I think that you already said, but you didn't say it again.
I'm not sure. I'm just kind of interested. I think I forgot when I was really interested on ships. I think back during high school, I have an experience with a theme park ride. What, playing ships? Oh, okay. I think I remember. I have fascination on ships because back when I'm still young, we usually visit relatives with my fam, and our relatives is on the other island in our country. So we get there by using ferries. I just love ships in general because they're big and you can ride on it, and I'm just fascinated with just the concept of boats when I was young, because of I like to cruise, I like to board it, and I think that kind of fascination just stretches through my adulthood. And so when I started to get interested in warships, and it just kind of falls through naturally. I just couldn't find any other hobbies that really replaces warships apart from cars.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Another one from the crazy little squirrel. What do you think? What do you think makes Legends better than PC? We already said that. And also, what is possibly your favorite feature in Legends? What is your favorite feature in Legends, Yuro?
Feature.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Favorite feature. My favorite is how they present the commander system, the commander skills. I think they are something unique that the PC should have, because even though it's kind of unique per commander, but at the same time you don't have to retrain the captains. You have various real captains. We don't discuss the anime ones, but honestly, it's just better presentation, and I think much more engaging in the long run. I mean, people will have one commander that is extremely special on certain ships, while in the PC we don't get that. We don't have special commanders that really good at certain class. Yeah, I mean that's kind of the one thing that I love with Legends. They just did things like this, and they can do it because they're separate game basically, and I like that.
Excellent. Let's move to the next one. What is from Handy NATO 2013? What is your opinion on some of the more extreme differences in the ships between two games, like Edinburgh 30mm bow and Colbert being covered in 32mm plating? So he wants to compare the Edinburgh on 30mm and the Colbert being covered on 32 plating. What do you think about that on the Legend side?
You want me to compare with the PC or just gonna comment on the Legends one?
I'd say, what's your opinion on some of the more extreme differences in the ships between the two games? So probably says the games on the Colbert and the games on the N.
Oh, okay. It's with that kind of difference, like that 30mm plating on Legends, while the PC version only gets 16. That's a massive difference. Like it changes the ship fundamentally. You could play it way differently on PC because you don't have the plating to bounce shells, so you gotta be more careful. But in Legends, you can just like YOLO and and a lot more engaging gameplay, so you say. While in PC, yeah, you gotta need some thinking, but at the same time, the PC rewards some, like daring play. I think that's why people are like, kinda expect that Legends to be like that, to be much more daring in nature. But then again, we have Colbert and Edinburgh that has 32 that just rushes you. I mean, it's different it's different, but I'm not gonna say it's a bad way. Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the next one. Let's come from Kangaroo of the Pond and say, would you ever consider a member guide on Leone? It says for the LOL, of course.
Oh, the
Leone?
destroyer. Yeah, the Leon. Yeah. I don't think I have it on Legends yet, but I can take a look. I'm not gonna promise when though, because I gotta try it first.
You're not gonna be disappointed. I can guarantee that.
Okay, let's see that.
yeah. But a meme guide, I think that you can make it easily. Okay. Let's go to the next. The next question is from me. 3 years ago in the Sailing Robin video, Tokyo, you said there is a pinned comment from the Sailing Robin 3 years ago saying, it is you that's saying, I promise my followers that if they don't sub to you, I will delete my channel. Kappa? So that was a comment on a YouTube video from Selling Robins. What is your opinion on that? World of Warships Legends team has Robin upgraded from a community manager to a more media and video production oriented position. Robin at the moment is associate content producer. He produces the videos that you see on the teaser trailers and all the content around Legends.
Yeah, I like Robin. I like his editing. I like his personality as a Legends member, as Legends staff. Yeah, I think he's a cool guy. I mean, I love watching his videos as well. So, yeah, shout out to him, I guess. Cool guy. I mean, wish I could talk with him more.
Do you think that his position that is upgraded from a community manager will effort the wargaming in the video production?
Oh, I have no doubt he'll make it. I mean, he'll make it work. And it's also Legends. The things with Legends is that they're a bit more, carefree. I think they are not much hustle. I think in Legends, yeah.
I think Legends is you can see the professionalism of all the team. They are acting professional. They don't rush. They make the steps. They are closely.
I think they listen to the community well. From what I see, yeah, they are a lot more communicative than PC.
Okay, let's go to the next question from the community, and that comes from the Reddit side. I heard from a friend who has experienced the PC version that the CS version of the console version of the World of Warships has stronger HE spammer cruisers and high clocking destroyers, and that battleships are more fragile. What do you think about this?
Yeah, I do agree with that. Yeah, lots of edgy spammer.
And high clocking destroyers.
I think he mean concealment.
Concealment.
Yeah. They just have.
We had the problems with the concealment, but now it's kinda balanced. We had the concealment of the legend was I'm gonna say stupid. The Japanese destroyers. The concealment was pretty low. Yuro, it's you and me and the drama inside us.
Alright, let's do it.
Okay, so let me tell a story to the listeners and say what they make them ready for what is coming. So we are in the year 1 year before. Am I correct? We are in the year 2021. It is a hot summer and it's really getting hot because there is a fire on the CC side.
Quite literally.
Yeah, there are some tweets, there are some public statements, there are some forums. I can hear everyone on the PC side bowing something. So it comes up. I mean that I'm telling a story from my eyes in the console side because the rumors and all that stuff and things that going on and the fire that started on the PC side was getting into Legends and people were asking and were pressing the community managers and were pressing some influencers on the side to talk about things happening in the PC. Of course, the Legends side has nothing to do with the PC side, but you know how community acts, and especially you know how community connected from the PC side to the console side.
Mm.
So we see some things that community contributors they claim that the managers and the community managers on the program of community creator don't listen to the feedback, and that means that a lot of people are starting from the community contributors to abandon the program and leaving the program and all that stuff. So it starts a fire, it starts a name shaming, it starts something crazy that it's not healthy. But I think that you have to explain us now from the inside what happened there and how things get escalated that finally lead to something tremendous. Not from your side exactly. I mean, it was tremendous because a lot of CCs were leaving the program, saying things that were hard to believe and saying they are abandoning the position and their followers and you know all that stuff what was involved on the program, leaving some wargaming employees with the mouth open.
Okay, so a bit of backstory of the whole thing. So what's causing it? You have actually said it quite clearly. Basically, it's just some opinions from the CC members are not listened by Wargaming. So basically, they give feedbacks and Wargaming said okay, but they don't do anything. You know, that's basically what's happening for ever since the CC program started. You know, there are always feedbacks that some prominent members have give concerns to Wargaming. Some are constructive, some are emotionally seasoned. You know, I don't like this. Please change it. Some things like that, and everywhere in between, Wargaming like rarely pick or rarely acknowledge that feedbacks, and it basically culminates until that last year CC drama. I think it was started by Little White Mouse, one of the wiki contributor, the one that writes article about ship reviews. Yeah, I think she's gotten tired of Wargaming treated her in such way, And so she's leaving, and other CC sees that as a catalyst, basically, that what the CC program has done is unacceptable, so that they will also quit the program. From what I see, because of solidarity, because these other CC also have their feedbacks ignored, and they are not satisfied with how Wargaming treats them, so they quit out of protest, basically. I think that's the whole gist, basically. It's just a protest, and over lots of events that occurs before, and so they kind of need something that really change Wargaming. They basically keep quitting with all the CC. They keep quitting, and they keep saying Wargaming is bad. I think that's the reason. Do you have anything else to add?
I mean, yeah, I remember that the problem with Little Mouse was something. Little White Mouse was something about a ship that they wanted to create with Wargaming, a new ship. I think a Canadian ship, if it was.
It was the Yukon. Yeah.
Okay, so all the things started with the Yukon. It went back and forth, and the forums were on fire about that. So CCs drag out. They took the advantage of the White Little Mouse. They took the Exodus out. So while all that thing is happening, Wargaming is trying to balance the things and try to deal with things. Suddenly, I can see a day that you were famous in the internet, but this time you were famous in the negative side of the internet. So it was some screenshot of your internal community on Discord,
Oh yeah,
Yugoslavia. Yeah. So it was things that may be said in a personal tone, but it doesn't really matter to the community or to me. I really don't care. So with many words that were as Russian slurs and stuff. So it went viral. It went viral with a negative wave, and with all that fire, it makes an explosive reaction. And
oh yeah,
I'm gonna say, yeah,
it explodes quite nicely, I think.
it is exploded. It is exploded inside your community, your members, your patrons, your supporters, your subscribers, in every aspect of your network and the community. So we can see that in 20 of August, a lot of people unsubscribe you from your YouTube channel. I think it was about 4,000 people left your YouTube channel after they saw your apologies about that in your Discord, because you said that you are really sorry about that and you apologized it, and you said that you have to take actions if you really like me or you support me. So do it, you can stay, or if you don't like with my apology and things, you can leave. So 4,000 people took the decision to unfollow you. I don't remember how many people were from the Discord community, because I can't count them, because it is your personal Discord server. But I think it was a huge portion of your community left and dissatisfied with your apologies. I want a comment not on your apologies and all that stuff, because what happened. You said that you are sorry. I need a comment of how you feel about that and how deep that wound is, because I can see that you drag out from all the community. I mean, no Reddit post, drag out from anything that is involving the community, and you stay back. Even till now, you stayed behind a wall, not afraid, but you stayed back, and you keep silent about it. because it really helped you. What are your thoughts about it?
Okay, so after I said my apology, I accept that it was my fault and it was a mistake and something that I shouldn't done, and then I just left with that. I didn't deal with anything. I just said my apology and that's it. From what I'm feeling since that event is that despite losing about 4,000 subscribers, like you said, despite losing some community credibility, despite not being viewed the same way as previously, I don't feel anything, to be honest, because it's only a few thousand people. Doesn't matter. People still watches my videos, still come back to my edits afterwards after a few videos. Nothing really happened. So I'm just gonna deduct that all this drama that has been put into me, all this fire, is just a small spark. It's just a small bump in my career. So I'm not thinking about it again because after all, people don't really care about this kind of drama. The majority just want to see my videos. So I decide that after I say my apology, I just leave it there. I don't need to double down that all these people are wrong and I should defend myself for my actions. No, I'm not gonna do that because I've already done the best thing I could possibly done at the time. So that in the future, when people found out about me, I don't have any more grudge because those people already know about me, and the haters, the one that hates me because of it, the one that I have offended, they're gone. So not my problem anymore. And as of right now, I'm still doing fine. Already gained the lost subscriber.
Okay, I can see that behind numbers, there is a better lesson to all of us is that we have to be, when you are famous, famous, when you are a known person in the community, the words that you say count. So you have to be careful. You have to be an example to all the members. So I think that you've learned from your mistakes, you bounce back, came back, but I see a side of you that it's really, I'm gonna say, you stop making Reddit comments even for a year. You stop, you saw things differently, and I think that it is a lesson to be learned, and I think that you are learning from that mistake.
Yeah, I've learned a lot of things since then, and I gotta be honest that I fully understand my position right now, for my stance from all the Reddit communities and how I'm gonna be approached next time. I fully understand that, and the other lesson is to be more cautious, I guess. You can't make friends with everybody, especially when I'm this big. Especially when you're this big, you just can't make friends with everybody, and you cannot win back people that already hates you. That's basically how I view things.
I think that you said all in your apology. You learned from that mistake, and I think you're going on. That's the best thing of the Yuro part.
Yeah.
So
carry on.
People ask, carry on. Learn from the mistake. And I have to say that some people poke me about an incident. To tell a story about a lost passport in the CC summit back in time.
Yeah.
You lost your passport. So people want that source of that story.
You want me to tell? You want me to tell about it?
Yeah. A lot of people want to learn about the story, but I don't want to reveal who told me about that. But also, if you guys want to see a picture of Yuro, you can surf the internet and type Eurobit. Who is Eurobit? And said some tweets, I'm not going to reveal my sources, but you can see a real picture of you. I know some people ads find who you are and how you look alike, but it's okay. You can find him, guys. If you search in the deep sites of the internet, you can find him.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give a bit of that source. So we are in CC Summit, and what happened with your passport?
Well, it's actually pretty funny.
Let's see how fun it is.
It's pretty funny. It's pretty stupid. Very typical. I was on the road. It was quite a crowded Saint Petersburg road, quite a big one. We're on an intersection waiting for the light to turn green, and I bring my passport inside my bag all the time. I'm just walking back to the hotel, and when I reach the hotel, the passport is gone. I wonder who took it. Nobody knows. I've already reported the police. There's a cool hotel employee that helps with it. Get to touch with the police, but unfortunately, it's gonna take a while if you really gonna find the one that stole my passport through the camera. So I'm just gonna declare that passport is lost. I gotta find the embassy to issue a temporary passport so I can get back home. That's all that matters right now. And you know that the embassy is at Moscow, and that's about 500 kilometers, 700 kilometers away from St. Petersburg, and I have to get there ASAP before. I mean, it doesn't matter. I have to get there ASAP because at the time I'm an illegal visitor in Russia. if they catch me without a passport, they got to throw me to Gulag, probably. So I took a taxi ride. Okay, let me repeat that. A taxi to Moscow, get to the embassy, get the passport issued. Wait a couple of days because I also need a visa, and then come back to St. Petersburg because the only flight available out from Russia, it's only available there, and that whole process took about a week. Yeah, around. Basically, I stayed in Russia illegally for another week, and nobody's asking because all I do for the entire time is stay at the hotel, which fortunately was covered by the insurance. The insurance covered losses, so they cover my hotels, they cover my flights, everything. I'm really glad that Wargaming have arranged that, and they're also really cool guys. They understand what I'm having, and you know, it's the first time I'm been outside of my country. It's the first time abroad, so I have a bit of cluelessness, but at the same time, I don't have any choice. I mean, I gotta deal with it. Yeah. It was kind of funny and kind of scary, but it was thrilling.
So yeah, that's the story. So you were illegal past the.
Yes, I am truly illegal, and yet, with that lack of passport, I managed to walk on the Red Square.
Yeah, excellent.
So there are good things to be taken.
Yeah.
I'm not done with Russia.
Yeah, okay. So it was a fun story that people mentioned me and say, told him about the accident of his passport on the CC Summit. So I'm pretty sure you're gonna find soon who the people were, but nothing really serious about it. It was a fun story, and we're happy to listen. So I think that we are in the end of the podcast. I mean, it was a really, really good podcast. Besides the difficulties that we had, I want also to give us some hints about why Yuro. I mean, Yuro reminds me a Balkan name of Yura, for example. Why your community is Yugoslavia? What has to be with the Slavs? And what is the connection? What is the connection with the Yugoslavia? and how all the things about the Slavs and the Slavness and the Soviet era comes together in a culture that you created the Euro bit with the EU, the Euro, and the Euro with the YU, means that the Eura on the Balkan name or the Slav names. How is that bond together in your nickname?
Okay, so let's. I want to start with back before my name becomes Yuro. Back then, my channel was initials A, T, S, and F, 4 letters, and it's actually it's an abbreviation of my actual name. But back then, I was planning to just use the channel to upload my works, basically my animation works. I work in animation and video editing as well in real life, so I plan to make the channel as a portfolios where I put my portfolios. But my dumb self back then that decides to make fun videos about warships decide to upload on this exact channel, and after it gets big, people just I don't feel like the name ATSF is a bit it's fitting for this content. I mean, it was a different concept, so I decided to rename. And the first thing I think about was my first nickname that I used in game. The nickname was Eurobit. Literally, you with the genre of tech that music as my nickname. Since I love that name so much, I love that music, I love the Torpedo Beats meme as well. I feel like I have to use that name, but to make it different and not become Yugo, I use Y instead. Yeah, so Yugo, it mentions Yugo. Why am I using Y? That's also because of the name Yuri. I have a very, very broad fascination with anything Russian. So Yuri and all the Russian Slavs team, it's all the rage back then. And I'm one of the one that is really, really hype about it. So I took the name Yuri and just incorporated with the name Eurobit. Becomes Yugo. So it's really just that simple. There is no other reason behind it. I just love Slavs, and that also stretches to my Discord name Yugoslavia, because Yugoslavia, I mean, rolls off the tongue.
Excellent.
Yeah. I mean, I make these ideas on the fly. I didn't plan it. I mean, it just came immediately when I think about something. That's just kind of how I edit and how I make my videos. Basically, if I see something interesting, I'll do it, and I'll do it immediately.
Excellent. I think that's perfect. We have a podcast. We have Yuro. I think that can you please promise that we're gonna make a live part someday, somehow, in the podcast server with the community members going live together and just make some friendly conversation, nothing more. Because,
oh, of course. I'm open for it.
Yeah.
Assuming it's not too late for my time, because it's already almost 4. Yeah. Maybe if you could make it a bit early, that'll be great.
Yeah, it will be great. Yeah.
But
we'll make it a bit early, so probably we're gonna have Euro in part 2 in a live session. Okay, we close it, guys. We have him in part 2. He promised that on there, so it counts. Thank you, Yuro, for being here.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
It's been fun talking like this. Get things off my chest.
Yeah, if you have fun in the podcast, that's the main reason we do the podcast. I mean, just a friendly conversation about things, having fun about things that we see. Me and you say over the chest, you say it, and release the minds and the thoughts speaking together. I mean, where are you gonna see a Greek guy with Balkan English pronunciation speaking in the other side of the world with another guy with the same but more Asian pronunciation of English. I mean English, as I say all the time. So, and to be honest, a lot of people hearing us are Americans, so we're gonna freak out with the pronunciations, how we call things and letters and words, but we don't care because we have fun, we enjoy the things, and I'm glad we make that podcast together. Thank you for being here once again, guys.
Yep, my pleasure as well.
That was Yuro. If you have something else to ask Yuro, when the podcast is gonna be released in all the platforms, I'm gonna open up a Spotify slot to have the community there and ask some questions more about Yuro, and I'm gonna transfer the questions to him, and maybe we're gonna set up an answer, just mini answers. So thank you for being here. I wish you a great night or day.
See you next time. Thank you for the podcast.